cancel culture is a real thing and it can hurt people, really. But she's always speaking, and she is a military spouse, and she's here to talk on behalf of the military and her family in it. So give a round of applause to this military spouse.
You guys are hardcore. Thank you so much for staying. So the military is last but not least. I'm a military spouse, and I'm here to give you an insider's view to military life with a specific incident. In early September of 2021, my husband came down with the Fauci flu. Within a couple of days, he was bedridden. Now, everybody and their mother know that if you get early treatment, that's the key to getting over this Fauci flu. And it's a man-made virus, we all know that. He had a phone appointment with a military doctor as they were not doing physical assessments. He rattled down all of his symptoms, which ticked off all check marks of the Fauci flu. The military doctor told my husband, go and get tested. If the test is negative, come down to base and we'll help you. We thought, what if it's positive? You won't help us? My husband couldn't get out of bed anyway. The doctor told him, just stay home and isolate. There was absolutely no direction. It was like asking Biden in 2020 what office he was running for. 2 days after that useless phone call, my husband became a lot worse. We called a military hotline. It's a nurse hotline. To a big brick wall. When you're in the military, you need a medical referral to seek outside care. So now we're at day 7 with no proper medication. We found a telemedicine company called Sesame Care. We called, made an appointment, and he got meds immediately on that same day. We told the doctor what happened or what exactly did not happen. She said it was medical negligence. The doctor happened to be a MAGA patriot. God sent Calvary with a medical license. Later in the week, while on multiple medications, my husband's symptoms became worse. His oxygen levels dipped down to 87, and he had a fever of 104. So now he had to go on an oxygen tank, like an 85-year-old man. Fast forward to day 13, he was at his worst. We considered going to the ER, but he couldn't get out of bed. I had had enough of this Fauci flu, so I put my hands on my husband's chest, and I started praying. I declared that God's breath was breathing into him. I did this with a fervor. 12 hours later, he took off his oxygen, got up and said, I feel 100% better. My husband continues to faithfully serve this country. Had the military doctor done his job, my husband's suffering probably could have been avoided. Fauci, Collins, and our own Pentagon used your taxpayer money for the gain-of-function experiment, and Obama lifted the gain-of-function ban 11 days before he left office. The troops are trained from day 1 to go through the proper channels, to go through their chain of command. My husband did all that, and they failed him anyway. Not only did we have to find an outside doctor, but we also had to pay out-of-pocket cost, which was extra fun. Because everybody knows that you don't sign up for the military to become rich. That's what the DC swamp is for. I have a message to all troops. You need a plan B. We didn't have one. Let our story be a loud warning. Don't rely on the government to help you. Do you see that back there, guys? Don't allow the government to help you. I see you walking by with those turquoise shirts. Come on, you want to listen to this. Be self-sufficient. You would think that our troops would have the very best medical at their disposal. Wrong. Apparently, top medical care is only reserved for the elites. The one who drive policy for our military are the ones leaving them in the lurch. But don't worry, they have the very best medical care that your tax dollars can buy. Can you imagine if the same medical negligence that my husband received happened to any one of the protected minority classes that have become the poster pronouns of the left? The doctor would be drawn and quartered, burned at the stake, have his medical license revoked, banned on Twitter, censored on Facebook, and be put on the terror watch list. When my husband fully recovered, he went to medical and tested positive for the Fauci flu. Of course he did. On the very same day he tested, right after he fully recovered, the medical military doctor heading up the preventative medicine department ordered him to be vaccinated. My husband is not a beta male. I worked in a supportive role during this crisis. Yet the military cannot call out senators, governors, or presidents or top brass to complain about the system. So I'm asking all alpha men to stand up. Our military is unable to protest against this regime.